in these moments of experiencing ageism, and we all kind of talked about this a little bit, but if we can kind of examine a little bit more, how did it make you feel?
I remember being at the airport, and they have to pat you down, and I had to take my shoes off and all that. And so I was tying my shoes, and I remember it vividly because I had these beautiful golden sneakers, and I was tying them. And one of the ladies who was with me bent down to tie my shoes, and I was so angry. I said, "What are you doing?" Because she was treating me like a child. And I said, "I can tie my own shoes, and you need to go ahead to the gate. I will get there, and we're not late." And I was really annoyed.
Mm.
To me, one of the things I've learned from working in the library is that if you see someone who, like a blind person or whatever, who needed assistance, you ask them first, would you like me to help you or whatever?
For me, when I've experienced ageism, it's made me feel invisible. It's made me feel past my prime, and I didn't know that I had passed it. It was, is this really, what's happening? It also, this horrible feeling of being irrelevant, as if, everything that you've done up to that age, now counts for nothing. And definitely angry, because being limited in that kind of way is a horrible, horrible, powerless feeling.
I don't feel I've experienced a lot of ageism. And as a matter of fact, I've almost had the opposite feeling. About a year or so ago, I was in a production of Much Ado, and after the first rehearsal, I looked around and I noticed I was by far the oldest person in the cast. I mean, by a lot. And the thing about doing theater is, a lot of times you need an older actor. And so there's a part for you. The thing about this is that nobody said, well, you can take your time learning your lines, or you don't have to pick up that piece of scenery, or you don't have to do this. Everybody expected me to do what everybody else did. There was no, I didn't get any break, or nobody said, let me hold this for you or anything like that. I was just one of the people in the company. The only thing I noticed is that backstage, there were all these discussions about movies that I didn't see. And, there were these cultural frames of reference that I didn't quite get.
Right.
But there was enough other stuff that the cast still bonded. I mean, we did like a 4-month local tour, and it was great. And I enjoyed my time with folks, and we all got along great. But it never felt like, well, I'm the old person in the cast.
I think it makes me feel kind of foolish when I either am like perpetuating it or allowing it to affect me in some way, because I think, like Thelma said, oh, but you might fall. Well, then I'll get back up. I think that's such a great sort of, not allowing yourself to fall into that trap of, oh, right, yeah, I am this age. And, it's an old saying, but age isn't anything but a number. It is, it is just sort of a measure of like, all right, I've passed around the sun this many times. So what does that mean? And how much stock am I putting into it for myself? And do I let other people like put on me and to sort of assign me a certain place or label? Your life will take many different turns, and age doesn't have to be the sole indicator of when anything should or should not happen for you.